So, where
Gotta
are
push
we?
the right button.
Happy
Sorry.
Monday night, everyone. Sure is nice to see you. We've had a long day here. It's in the car 7 hours, driving for 6 of them. So nice, really nice to be here with all of you. I hope that you all had a chance to catch our video today because we have exciting things to talk about tonight. But before we do, I just wanted to say thanks for wishing Gordon a happy birthday.
Thank you very much, everybody.
We're going out for birthday dinner. But thanks for being so thoughtful. But it sure is good to see all of you. It looks like Michael won. He's here first. Hey, Michael, good to have you with us. Thanks for coming.
Is Michael anywhere at home or on a trip?
We'll let him answer that.
Yeah.
So, Mark.
I mean, he doesn't have to answer, but
yeah. Let's see. So, Mark Langley, good to have. Oh, public holiday in Australia today.
Ooh.
Happy holiday. Yeah. Fiona, desperately trying to stay awake. Thanks for joining us, Sweet Pea. Really good to see you. So since Fiona's trying to stay awake, let me tell you really quickly what the group cruise is and talk about that for a minute, and then I'll say hi to everyone. It's really nice to see all of you here. Carrie, nice to have you from the South Pacific there. Hetty, our Hetty is here. So nice to see you, Hetty. And Michael and Nancy, so nice to see you. Having cruise withdrawals. I know. Like, what is this? I'm a little bit nervous between when I get off of a ship on, what day is that? November? It's the Sunday before Thanksgiving. 24th. We don't have anything until the end of February, on February 21st. I don't know what that is. So really good to see you. So, and Larry there in Sun City. Okay, I'll get to the news and then we'll talk some more. So, as I told you when we were on the Silhouette, I'm really trying hard to keep my eye out for special itineraries and have cruises that depart from the United States every year. As I say this, I was really, really hesitant to make this a group cruise because you know what? 2026 is already packed. We have the Eclipse cruise. We have the British Isles Transatlantic there in September of 26. We've got Antarctica in January. We've got the Star Princess in June. But it is such a fabulous year because all of those are really special events. None of them are something that we should be waiting on or not doing. There are things that are on our schedule for a reason. So I stumbled across this other one, as I mentioned the other day, and I was just putting it out there, but I've gotten really good feedback. And I think it's a really special way if we can celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. So as I mentioned the other day, Holland America's, I think is say it Zuiderdam. If I'm saying it wrong, Hetty, put it phonetically for me. But that ship is going to be departing out of Boston. Like, think about headquarters for the American Revolution and everything that happened. So you can come do a little bit of sightseeing with the rest of the country there in Boston. And the ship does not leave until 11 p.m. on July 4th. This means, now, when you think of where the cruise terminal is, it's not a straight shot to look right down the Charles to see the Esplanade where they launch, right along the Charles there where they launch everything. But you know what? I really do think we're going to be able to see the fireworks. Plus, getting to be there until 11 p.m., you can be in the city somewhere that you can see it and then come back to the ship for sail away. 11 p.m. clearly means, 10:30 all aboard. So that's really exciting to me. And the whole cruise is round trip Boston. So that's not flying abroad. That is something I think really handy. The next day, July 5th, is a sea day. And then on July 6th, we're in Philadelphia. When I was telling you the other day, there is so much history in Philadelphia. And one of my favorite people to read about walking the streets and all of the things is David McCullough. Shared that the other day. But Gordon reminded me, after I spoke with you about this, I've been to Philadelphia 3 times. And after we went there the last time, I said, I don't think I need to go there. And you know why? It was because of the traffic. And so going there on a cruise, you don't have to worry about the traffic. And if you don't know this, there's Valley Forge is very accessible. Princeton, New Jersey is not far. One of the times I went was when our son was doing an internship in Princeton. And it's just really, really handy. So my point is you can see a lot of history. Just very closely there. Like Delaware is not far. Like everything is really compact there. So that's
if you're into QVC, their studios there.
Indeed.
In Westchester.
So and then so that's the 5th. And then wait a minute. That's the 6th. Philadelphia is the 6th. The next 2 days we are in New York City with that overnight in New York City. So you can do all this, shopping, dining, museums. I know the museums to go there. And I've gone to New York just to go to museums. By the way, there are so many things to see. You go to a Broadway show. We're there overnight. And so you don't even have to worry about where am I going to stay and all of those things. Just stay on the ship. It's perfect. And then we have a sea day. Then we go to St. John in New Brunswick, Canada. Love to see that. If you're not familiar, that is where the reversing tides are. Yes, that's where those reversing rapids are. And then on day 8, we're back there to Boston to disembark. So if you missed some sightseeing or something you wanted to do first, or go down to the Cape, something, rent a car, go see Cape Cod, go see Plymouth, and all of the things. So I am really excited. So we're going to do it as a group cruise. I know that's a lot in 2026, but
yeah,
it's an awful lot in 2026. And I want to tell you, I realize this, but you know what? I don't know when this is coming along again. Yeah. And Gordon always says I have a fear of missing out, and I don't want to miss out on this. And if you'd like to come, we'd love to have you. Otherwise, we'll carry on without you.
Well,
but we will miss you if you can't.
We only have June and now July and August
and January.
And September.
See, that's an awful lot. And so not adding anything else. I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't care what comes along. I don't think we're going to add
really
other things.
With the next
so
thing.
If you want to come, send me an email and we'll go from there. Okay, I did take group space already. And but you know what? This is a really popular cruise, so I'll just do it as quick as we can. Okay, anybody that wants to come. So put your questions in the comments here as we go. But I am really, really excited.
Oh, I just got reprimanded for talking about QVC.
You did? So yeah, QVC. I discovered QVC when our little Spencer was born and couldn't go anywhere because he had a new baby and 2 little toddlers. So I just shopped from home. Not too much because I wasn't quite as crazy then, but anyway. Oh, Christy, so good to see you, and Ray and Linda. We've got Lori with us. Larry
Senior
says
Sea Dog mentioned
only
the Constitution.
Oh, the Constitution. Oh, okay. So here's how the Constitution works. The USS Constitution. She's anchored there, and the only time, unless the Navy is doing something, the only time that she would sail with a bunch of other passengers on board is July 4th. How do you get on board that ship? It's with a lottery. And so, maybe we should, as many of us decide to go put our name in for the lottery and see if we get it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be spectacular? But in the very least, you can go ahead and tour it. It's a really, are you all right?
Yeah.
I'll let him catch his breath. It's a really cool sail. It's a really cool tour. I can only imagine what it's like to get to sail on that ship. So if you have sailed on the USS Constitution, say that. But there is so much to see there. And if you come a couple of days early, you can go out and see Lexington and Concord and like Minuteman Park, Old North Bridge, like all of these places. And that is the tip of the iceberg. Like Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. Like there are so many places. So it's very exciting.
Well, Mount Auburn Cemetery and all the people that are buried there.
Oh, yeah. Very much
and
so.
even downtown beautiful. Boston.
Park just to Cemetery. Walk around there in Park Street. Yeah. So many things. So I am so excited. There's no way we cannot do this. So I did book for tonight. We are booked. So we are going.
Guess we're going.
Becky, nice to see you. Christy, you are a sweetheart. Remembering and missing the fun times. We really miss you. We really miss you, Christy. Let's see.
Thank you again, everybody,
Gina
for the birthday wishes. Let's see. Is it this one that gives us? Oh, there's confetti. And
how do you get balloons?
Well, there's fireworks. This would be. There's the balloons. There's the birthday.
Angela.
Balloons.
Oh, Kristen, so good to see you. All of you. We should talk about what else is going on in cruising too. Oh, Maudie, thank you. And Bruce, you guys are also very nice. Ray, you know what? Truthfully, I haven't tried today. This morning, I got up and did urgent work. And then my 7 hours today was driving granddaughters to doctor's appointments. And so I'll check tonight. And see if they'll go through. Renee, so good to see you. Buttons bag. fun. You guys were also nice. Thanks for saying hi to Gordon and happy birthday. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, all of you. Connie and Michael. Let's see, Midge. So nice to see you, Midge. I know. Everybody tell me.
There's
wet and chilly.
Cruise, yeah.
This morning when we woke up, it was like 23, I think, here, and it got up to 40. So winter is firmly here. It's usually not quite in the 20s. Quite this early, though, is it?
No. I had to scrape
we'll
the ice off the
up.
car. And that was after I went and rummaged and finally found the ice scraper in the other car. So I stopped at the store on the way and grabbed a new ice scraper. So
I like how Senior Sea Dog says cold Arizona. You have no idea. That's just fun. Oh, Gary, nice to see you.
Betty's on the Grand
Central
Princess.
Virginia. How fun is that, Betty? Good for you. And Thomas, nice to see you. And Ellen. Oh, he is at home. I knew Rome was coming.
Okay.
I didn't know if you went on another trip.
Ooh.
I know. I'm envious. I'm actually really envious. I'm very envious. And I have to be here.
Ellen's on the Zider Dam, and she says you are pronouncing it correctly.
Thank you, Ellen. Hope you're having a lovely time. Well, no, on Sunday. I hope you have Saturday. Hope you have a lovely time. Sorry.
So Scruffy's got a question.
Are you planning anything on the Star Princess?
Yes.
So we have those two. We have the Star Princess in Alaska. So that's June 21st for 7 days, round trip Seattle. And see, this is special. It's not just Alaska. It's Alaska on Princess's newest ship. She doesn't even have any more on order, Princess Cruise Lines. And so it's going to be a while, I think, before we see any more Princess cruise ships. And then, their Carnival Corp is putting their money mostly in Carnival Cruise Line ships. Holland America doesn't have any on order either. And so it's really special. And then we've got the inaugural on the Star Princess. That's October 4th of 2025, and that's round trip Barcelona. So she sails 2 cruises, and then it's the transatlantic to bring her to the United States. So those are the 2 cruises we've got on the Star Princess so far.
And I just now posted a link right over there in the comments with a link to all the group cruises that we have going on.
Gordon's going to get on top of that. Let's see.
So I will add this one to it.
Okay. Thomas says we both have FOMO. Did anyone post the link to the new group cruise in this chat yet? Do you have a link?
Nope, not yet.
No.
It'll be by the end of this evening.
It'll be by this end of this evening. Thanks for asking that, Nancy. Gordon, zip along.
I can do the one directly to Holland America.
Yeah, if you want to. Let us know if you've got questions. Oh, Michael sold on the Constitution in 2000 and what?
Wow.
Oh, and set the mainsail. Ooh. About 30 of us set the mainsail. That is so cool. That is so cool. And they have this thing that if you want to have a flag that was flown over the USS Constitution, you can buy it. And when we did it with our daughter, they let you be the one to help raise it and lower it if you want to. So that was kind of cool. All these things. Hey, Rich and Pat, nice to see you guys. Would love to see the Boston Pops on the Commons on July 4th. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable, all the things that they do there. When we went with Winston, when did we go to the Boston? Oh, it was the Boston Pops. They do a special special concerts by graduation time.
Yes.
So we went for that. So nice to see you guys. Oh, Bama loves QVC. Let's see. What ship is the cruise you're on taking? Oh, it's Holland America's Zider Dam. We would love to have you come. You know what? So Holland America, this will be our 3rd Holland America cruise. So I've done Alaska on Holland America twice. So this will be the first time somewhere else, unless we slide in one before then, since it's 26. But I'm really excited. I thoroughly enjoyed Holland America when we went. I have nothing at all bad to say about Holland America. This is really funny. I can get prickly when people sometimes say that Holland America is way better than Princess. I don't see that. And I don't know if it's just because, well, to me, truthfully, both lines have strengths.
They do.
It depends on what ship you're sailing on. I'm going to submit. Different cruises have different You can go on 1 week on a Princess cruise or a Holland America cruise, have extraordinary cuisine. The next week it's fine. And so I know that there's a lot of play with that, but both cruise lines, outstanding service, really good food. They do a really good job with the entertainment. I really, really thoroughly enjoy. So I'll be tickled to go on Holland America again. And I am going to say, I love how the Princess ships look with the Sea Witch on the livery there, but I also love how classic Holland America is. And I love the quiet elegance that is there, I would submit. So really enjoy it. So let's see. Deborah, you're already booked. We hope to see you. We can say hey. And if anybody is already booked and they want to join our group, you can send me an email and I can transfer it to us for the group. Let's see. Any other questions?
So Thomas just pointed out that he's having trouble getting to the Let's Go Travel Tips website.
I am too.
And no, I know, but I was working on your fix. And so I have actually got us a new host, but that is now propagating and it says up to 72 hours. And I started that process Saturday night. So if you do a Google search to Let's Go Travel Tips and include the word group cruise, it will give you the link to the current site. So in fact, I just put the link to the site to it right over there. It's right there.
Yeah. So thanks,
hopefully
dear. I've been after him about the website.
Oh yeah.
So
that's why I've been working on it. So it would hopefully be completed in another day or two.
Yeah. So
but again, just do a Google search and you can get there.
Let's Go Travel Tips Group Cruises. Okay.
Yeah.
So Holly says she'll be on the Navigator of the Seas in March. If you don't know, that's Royal Caribbean. Is that a good time to whale watch in Cabo? What's the weather like that time of year in Cabo San Lucas? You know what? It should be beautiful. I think you will see some whales. It's not like the same as whales are like in December and January
right.
and into February. But when we went in April this year of 2024, we saw quite a few whales. Gordon and I did, and they were just off our balcony. And so I think you have a really good chance to see the whales, and you can see how many read you can look and find several, what do I want to say, a whale watching excursions either with the ship or else privately. And you could do it that way as well. So, thanks, Kristen. She says that worked, sweetie pie.
Yeah.
So Ray says, I wish Carnival Corp would recognize the status levels between corporate cruise lines. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? Because when you go on Holland America, it's like starting all over again. But I've been thinking about this an awful lot. So tell me what you think in the comments. Okay, and let's have a little talk about this, because I like it when I can see your comments just right away rather than just on a video. Because, you think about how you cruise. And of course, we all like to cruise with status because somehow we're built to like a little bit of status, right? But at the same time, I actually really I find my joy going and getting on the ship, walking out on the balcony and seeing the ocean, watching the sunset, seeing it sunrise when I'm up that early, and getting to go see beautiful places. I love meeting new people on the ship. And so if I have to wash my own laundry, I don't care. If I have to even pay for my own laundry, of course, free is nice, but that's not a deal breaker at all for me. And the same with the mini bar setup that I get from being Elite. That's really nice. It's awesome, but I don't care that much. And so tell me what really matters the most to you when you cruise. And it doesn't mean that status doesn't matter. That I didn't mean that. But what is it that you really enjoy? Or is status like a deal breaker to you? Do you stick with the cruise line that you go on because you have that status? Put it down there in the comments and tell us. While you're doing that, I have the text here. Look at that later. I was worried it was something urgent. And so let's have a little talk about that. Tell me what you think in the comments. But as we think about destinations, Thomas says, thank you. See, that's really important. At the same time, I think it's raise your hand if you're having trouble with your loyalty on the Princess app. For a while there, I thought we had that worked out a little bit, but all those troubles are back again. I'm hearing that from a lot of people. They're calling in themselves. I'm calling for them. A lot of troubles with the loyalty showing up correctly. Let's see. Gary Bembridge cruise to the Panama Canal is also on the Zider Dam in 2026. Fiona, I saw that.
Ship.
Yeah, it's a good ship. It's a very classic ship. If you look at that deck plan, it's really classic because I was looking at it. Yeah, it's a really nice ship to go on. Thanks for saying that. And two, you should say, as you think of it going through the Panama Canal, it's going to slide right into Boston. I was looking at the cruise area when I was flying in last weekend, and I never really looked at it before, but now I pay more attention to it. And so you think of a ship that size, it's just perfect to come into the ports that they've got in New York and Boston and Philadelphia. So, yeah. Let's see. RP Zieg, just 1 second, says she's a little hesitant to cruise on another cruise line other than Princess because she's trying to gain her status.
Right.
I'm only at 3 cruises, 29 days, and I'm not sure why it's important to me. It's because it's just built into us, isn't it? Somehow we want somebody to recognize us. We want somebody to think, oh, they're doing great. And but when you come with us, we recognize you. After I've met you the first time, I know who you are. And it's really special to be together. So for what it's worth, if you want to come, you're very welcome to come. So let's see. Betty says that most important status benefit, 50% off Princess Internet. That's a really good one.
It is.
Really good one, Betty.
Whereas somebody else may say, I don't want to be on the internet. So that is
so that just doesn't even matter to them. That would have to be my favorite because it's expensive. It is expensive. So that's really nice to think about. Let's see. Hetty says loyalty is wrong on the app for me. So Hetty's one that's having a lot of trouble with it. And you can call and think they're going to fix it. And dining reservations are also having a crazy moment. So I spoke with someone today that had a dining reservation they didn't ever make. And so... And it'll be gone in a minute, I'm sure. So Connie says destination and knowing what to expect. I like that, Connie. That's a really good one.
For consistency.
When you get on Princess, you know what you're going to expect. And same with Holland America. If you've been there, you know what to expect. You know your way around just a little bit. And it's just kind of more of a feeling of coming home rather than a whole new place. Right. Thanks for saying that.
Well, here's what Holly says.
Thanks, Nancy, for wishing Gordon happy birthday.
Talking about itinerary.
Let's see.
Holly right here.
Itinerary first. Doesn't matter which cruise line, but enjoy Princess and always search Royal. So in my little dream vacations thing, I can put in dates and bring up, and you can put up like ports that you want to depart from, ports that you want to be sure that you hit during the course of your cruise with like a time period. And then it brings up all the cruises going to anywhere that you selected, all the different cruise lines, and then you can choose which one you want. And it's a really interesting way for me to look at cruises, and it's changed the kind of the way I think about things. And but I really like that because sometimes like we're trying to figure out our next summer, and it's been a really fun way to look at things and open my eyes to different itineraries that I would have never found just only rummaging through a couple of cruise line websites. So that's really handy. And I know that you can do that on some different websites as well. So, and you can also Google. If you Google like where you want to go and the date range, you often can pull up a lot of different options. Gina says she doesn't care about status, just happy to be on the ship and exploring new places. I like that. It is such a blessing to be able to travel. It's
definitely a blessing.
It is such a blessing. It is a great blessing, isn't it? So I get the opportunity as I review, videos and such as we're going through different things to relive what we've done. Yeah. And to sit here and think that, gosh, we went through here, and here in 1 week, and we didn't do that. We didn't have that a year or two ago, and here we are. Going to some places. Yeah. Thanks for saying that, love. Kevin says he prefers status, unique ports, and cruise line reputation. Less children as possible. I'm kind of with you on that. I don't mind children, but I like behaved children. I don't know. Status is not a deal breaker, Karen says. By default, she chooses Princess, but she's been on Royal, Caribbean, and Carnival. I like that. Yeah. I think a lot of us. Go ahead.
Thomas said that he so far has been exclusively on Princess,
Mhm.
but that's because of the destinations. So
Yeah, well, you have to admit if they're going where you want to go, then that's a natural choice. But it's going to be kind of fun to try some new things, and maybe we'll go on this group cruise for the birthday of the United States and just want to do more Holland America. Together. That would be nice.
because that'd be what, your fourth Holland America?
Third,
Only my
Isn't
second.
it?
Okay.
yeah. So. Kevin says a company. You know what? Princess does have the very best beds. On our last cruise and I know it's just the bed I had on Celebrity, but when I went to sleep, I had to prop my arm up a little bit so that I didn't roll off the bed. So, and that was just the bed I got, but it kind of wore me out a little bit. So Cassie says, when I'm exhausted all the itineraries that are Princess, maybe she'll try something else. That's great, Cassie. And you know what? I did look, and Princess does not have in 2026 anything like this with Holland America. So I'm going to go with Holland America because these I think are going to be really popular. So if you want to go, we got to go. So, oh, thanks, Colette. I'm writing you down, Colette. She's coming.
Okay.
I'm glad you're coming, Colette. Let's see. Status isn't a big deal for us. Destination is important. And Sue and Phil like to try different cruise lines.
Did you read what Ray said there?
The perks are nice, but we do want to experience other lines. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Tracy, good to see you. Thanks for wishing Vern a happy birthday. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Kim. We'll miss you too. It's nice to have you with us. Really happy. You didn't mean you were missing the group cruise. You might be here late. Sorry. It's nice to have you with us. Chris, good to have you here. And Kathy, we're here and haven't subscribed yet. Today's the day. Thank you. Kathy is right. If you are here and you have not subscribed, today is the day. And if you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, please do a thumbs up. I thought of making everybody hit a bunch of thumbs ups before I told you what the group cruise was, as some of my colleagues do. But let's see. We are still Princess people, but some plus and minus things here on the Sun. Bruce, I am really anxious to hear what you think about the Sun. That seems to be what I hear a lot from people. A lot of plus and minus, some a lot of minus, and some more plus. So it just varies by people.
It does.
So let's see. Kathy says she is so spoiled by the beds that she almost doesn't like to be away from home, but Princess feels like home. It does, doesn't it? Let's see. Fiona says.
In fact, over the weekend, I was changing the sheets, and
that's his job. I wash them. I put them in the washer.
She washes them, and I put them on.
He takes them off and puts them back on.
And it's the time of year we have a heated mattress.
Now there is a gateway. It is so comfy.
Yeah. But so when I pulled it off,
one of those just so people know.
Oh, that's true. I
really
will.
Cozy.
But as I pulled it off and I saw our fluffy thing, so we got that right after we came home from our Antarctica cruise, and it was like we need that to try to simulate our princess bed experience.
And that's really nice. We should link that for people too. Yeah.
I had it there for a while, but I had to okay, I'll get that.
Get that up just if people need a nicer bed thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Clyde, sure is good to see you. Really good to see you guys. And James, nice to have you with us. Tammy, missed the beginning. Where are we going?
Well, running off. Let's say
Holland.
Goodbye to Carrie first.
Oh, take good care, Carrie. Yep. Nice to have you with us.
Yeah. So let's go through it again, because I've seen a jump of about 20 people joining us here on the half hour. So go ahead if you want to talk about the group cruise again.
Okay. So July 4th, we're going to go on Holland America round trip from Boston. We leave Boston not until 11 p.m. at night, so you can go do your sightseeing a day or two, or and go see the fireworks if you want to, whatever. And then we've got a day at sea. Then we're off to Philadelphia. Then we've got 2 days in New York City. I think that's a perfect way because you're going to be just nicely situated, there. My guess would be in Brooklyn, but I'm going to have to look up and see if it'll be in Brooklyn or Manhattan. I'll find that out for us.
She and I have never been to New York together except for getting on the Love Boat. Yeah. So in reality, we've never been to New York City together.
No.
So that's going to be fun.
You went without me and I went without him.
Yeah. Well, I was 5.
So, well, I was something. 50 something.
You were around, yeah.
Yeah. But Anyway, it's going to be grand. So it is round trip out of Boston.
Yeah.
It's going to be for the 250th birthday
And then after
of
New
the United
York,
States of America.
continue the
It's really special.
itinerary.
Oh, so sorry. After New York, we've got a day at sea and then up to St. John in Brunswick, Canada, which is where they have those reversing rapids there that they've got. And you know what? That is a really good place to get poutine. They have a place in the little port area. They ran out this time, so go early.
Yeah.
Go early to get your poutine. That's the way the lady said it to me that worked at the place, poutine. I know some people say poutine, some people say, but maybe it just depends like on where in Canada the person is from. But at any rate, it's a nice place to go and it's beautiful there. So let's see. Kevin's going to be on the Discovery in a few weeks, prefers the older ships. It is so interesting to me. Some people go on an older ship and they are not going to be doing that again. Some people go on a newer ship. They're not going to be doing that again. It's really interesting, isn't it? How I'm kind of like happy with the ship. So
I'm on board.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am.
Yeah.
You try to narrow down. I guess, I don't know.
But I agree.
I think, well, until I'm on a small ship again, I like the bigger ships. And then, but I love, like we're going on the Coral Princess through the Panama Canal. I love the Coral Princess. So she's got a special place in my heart.
And don't forget Sunny in the main dining room.
On the Discovery Princess.
On the Discovery Princess. Yeah. Incredible leader.
Yeah.
Kim's.
She likes Princess, the crew, and the passengers. It's really interesting how the passengers change kind of on some of the cruise lines, isn't it? It really is. And it's not that some are good and some are bad. It's just interesting that they're different, you know?
Yeah.
It's not good or bad. You just choose where what you enjoy the very most. And then there's like a mix in some places. So it's kind of fun to see everything. Let's see. Julio Rodriguez says, going to Cabo and the Mexican Riviera for New Year's. Lucky you, out of Long Beach. First time on the Pacific Mexican coast. Any suggestions of what to do? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So in Cabo San Lucas, get a sailboat ride that you can go. They'll call it like a snorkeling sailboat ride. You can book them with Princess or Carnival, or I've noticed them on all the cruise lines itineraries as I've helped people. So everybody's got one, as well as a private, tour company has it as well. When you get off the ship in anywhere along the Mexican Riviera, they have a lot of people waiting to take you on different tours, offering you lots of different options. So that's the thing too. So as I'm talking about Cabo, when you get off, it's a tender port there. When you get off the little tender, there's going to be a lot of people there. But get a boat, go on a sailboat, and they've got these excursions that take you out somewhere to go snorkeling. Doesn't matter if you snorkel. If you want to snorkel, you can snorkel. Otherwise, you get to jump off the boat, swim around in the water. I have not been there when it's been cold water. I've been swimming there in what months? October and September and April, and it wasn't cold any of those times. And do that in Puerto Vallarta. There's lots of beach excursions. You can get off the ship and walk around and get something good to eat. There's a Walmart and a Sam's Club there. But and
if you got friends that like
hop on
vanilla, you can get the vanilla cheap at Walmart.
But the hop on hop off bus is lots of fun to ride in Puerto Vallarta.
Yep. I just put a link to our YouTube, to the video for Cabo for the sailboat excursion.
And you know what? On the hop on hop off there in Puerto Vallarta, if you want to stop for a drink, you can say stop, and they'll stop at a little convenience store. People will get off, go in, get their soda or whatever it is they want, their snack, come back out, and on the tour goes. So it's really fun, and you see so much of Puerto Vallarta. They take you way down the coast and then back up again. It's a really good one, and it's a good way to see it. And the hop on hop off bus automatically comes there close to the cruise port, and so you can either book through the ship or you can just get on when they come. And so,
there's the link for the Puerto Vallarta hop on hop off.
In Mazatlan, we did the salsa and salsa. Some people really enjoyed it. I think they probably had better salsa and salsa tour guides than we did. That was like, and so that I probably wouldn't do, but there are pretty beaches. There's lots to see there in Mazatlan as well. So, and they're, what's that place called in Mazatlan? The Malecon. It's pretty along there where all the shops are, and they have pretty churches, lots to see. So, okay, Gary wants the mattress topper thing. It's because we came home and the Princess mattress topper was for sale, but the shipping was like $130 just to ship it. And so we were like, oh, we need to find something else, because it wasn't outlandishly expensive, but we thought that the shipping was. So that's what brought us to find what we brought, and we really like it. So yeah, Renee says the Cabo sailboat cruise is the best. So they'll take you down the coast a ways just with the engine, like the motor going on the sailboat, but then they sail you back. And it is so much fun. So much fun.
You tack back and forth a few times.
It's beautiful.
And so
really
you
nice.
Get to be on both the upside and the downside on the sailboat.
Yeah, Chris and anybody else interested in the group cruise, just send me an email. Let's go traveltips@gmail.com. And you know what? I know it's a long email address, but when you type it in, just give it a quick double check, because I've had some lately that people thought that they sent them to me and accidentally had a typo. And so just read through it just really quick and make sure you got it, because it's a really easy one. Christy has Sunny in caps because he is like that good. He should be the face of Princess.
Yeah.
Him and Mervyn should for the beauty department for the Lotus Spa. Yep.
So as we mentioned earlier, if you do the Let's Go Travel Tips group cruises Google search, and it takes you to our website, there is a link on there that has an icon for email. And if you click it, it will jump to your email app and send us an email. So if you're having trouble reaching us by typing in the address yourself. So
Laura says she's got 3 days until her cruise on the Oasis of the Seas. Oh my goodness. Oasis of the Seas. I am so excited to hear. I am really excited to hear. That's one of the ships I want to go on. Any official update on the Roy Regal? I have not. Oh, I saw. I'm sorry. Lee, you asked that too, and I missed it.
It's still sitting there.
It's still there, but I haven't heard anybody.
Shoreside in Galveston.
I haven't heard anybody say it's canceled.
Because it was supposed to be last week and this week, right?
So the 10th is the day, like she said, it's the day.
Yeah.
The 10th is the day still. So hopefully by Wednesday, if we don't hear anything, she'll be going. But I also like to think, kind of like with the Sun Princess, if people don't like being told last minute. So hopefully they learned on the last one that if they're not pretty much to sail by tomorrow, I would say you got to really have a serious talk. So Swoof did not get double points. Are you guys talking about the double points for the cruise?
For the single.
Okay, so here's what you do. If you don't have a travel agent to do this for you, you go to on the Princess website. I think it's where it says help. I think there's a drop down, and you can pick from like you needing help before or after your cruise. I'll do a video about that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know how to ask for it, and then you get it faster. People are saying it's like about a week and a half now to get your double credit for your cruise that you're sailing during the double loyalty points time. So tell me, let's see, a cruise solo 10, 26, 24 for 7 nights, only got normal 2 points, not the double. Yeah, so 10, 26. You know what? I would give it just a little bit longer.
That's only a week ago, yeah.
And if it doesn't work, then if you have a travel agent, tell them to do it for you. Otherwise, I'll have to show everybody how to do it, how to ask for double points. It's also how you ask, like if you get home and you don't get your folio, your onboard statement, things like that. So maybe that would be useful for everybody to know.
Is Caribbean Princess on track with its dry dock? We have not heard anything out of the ordinary. I haven't heard any trouble.
Hey, Tim and Cindy. It sure is good to see you guys. I haven't heard any trouble. Isn't she in Sicily? No.
Caribbean?
Yeah.
Was it going to do the dry dock in Singapore? Or was that another one?
I thought that was the Discovery. Well, I could be wrong. At any rate, so.
We think it's still on track, but I'll look.
Oh, here's a good question that Michael asked for the new Holland America group cruise is the Have It All Plus. So Holland America has the Have It All package, and then they have the Have It All Plus. And the Have It All Plus is usually just what they do when they're running a promo for the Have It All Plus. And so the regular Have It All package, you get the basic Wi-Fi. And yes, if you want faster Wi-Fi on Holland America, then you get with that. You do pay for an upgrade on that. So you get the basic Wi-Fi. You get a $100 short excursion credit per person. So to get that, you book an excursion with Holland America that costs more than $100, and they take $100 off the price. So you get that one time per guest. You also get their beverage package. And when it's the plus, you get the elite beverage package. So Holland America has 2 beverage packages. I think the one is called the Signature. I could be wrong, but I think it's called the Signature beverage package. The other one is Elite. So it's basically the thing of, how expensive you get that's included in the package. And so you get the Elite beverage package. You also get the gratuities are included with the Have It All Plus. Gratuities are not included with the regular Have It All package. Let's see. So you've got your Wi-Fi. And specialty dining. That's the other thing that you get is specialty dining that's included if you get the Have It All Plus package as well. And so I think you get 2 times in a 7-day cruise. So unless they've changed it, you do get 2 times in a 7-day cruise. So basically, look at the difference. They usually charge $50 a day is the difference. And I booked Gordon and I on this cruise on Saturday. And so the difference of booking it with and without was $700. And so I looked because I don't have any loyalty with Holland America to get the Wi-Fi. So I went ahead and booked us with the Have It All Plus package because you get your Wi-Fi, you get the $100 each. So that takes, instead of it being $350 a week for one of us, well, then it's $250 a week. And then you get all your drinks, you get your Wi-Fi, you get your gratuities included. So I think it's worth it. It depends on if you want that Wi-Fi or not, because I have to have Wi-Fi and so does he.
Yeah.
And so just kind of look at what you're going to use. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. So tell me what questions you have about it. Let's see. For embarkation in Boston, would you go to the ship in the morning to check in? Well, here's what I'm going to do, Bill. I wouldn't wait to arrive until really late. And, I wouldn't want to be getting on board with my stuff at 10 o'clock, probably. I would take my stuff over because, if you're staying there and you're staying at a hotel, usually checkout time's around noon.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go put your stuff down on the ship, get everything down, get lunch, unless you want to get something yummy in Boston, and then go back out again. That's what I would do. And then you can come back later when you're ready.
Is there an excursion to the Embarcadero?
You mean to the Esplanade?
Yeah.
The Esplanade there is right by where they do the fireworks. And I looked and there are no excursions yet. I booked it just so I could see, because we're going, but I quickly looked and there are no excursions yet. So that's not quite 2 years away, but it's a ways.
Because it is pretty close, but it's pretty tight around there.
It's really, really crowded.
Yeah.
It is so crowded.
It's going to be
so crowded.
Definitely don't do it on your own. You got to do it through a ship excursion.
Oh, no, you don't.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, what happens if you can't get across all that traffic?
You can get across it. Just look at the map and know where you're going.
Yeah.
And don't leave it until the last minute. So, but I also think you can be other places and see it just fine. So.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll look at that and figure it out when it gets a little bit closer.
Angela,
but yeah, I would go put my stuff
Can you upgrade?
If you have the Have It All package, can you upgrade it? So, Angela, do you mean like if you have the Have It All, can you get the Elite beverage package? Yep, you can pay extra for that. The Wi-Fi, you cannot upgrade from the Have It All package to the Have It All Plus. Have It All Plus is when they're running a promo for it. And so right now they're running a promo for it. And so that's why I got it. But if you get the package and you have the regular Have It All package and you want to have that Elite beverage package, you can pay extra for that. If you get the Have It All or the Have It All Plus and you want the faster Wi-Fi, then you just pay extra. Actually, the way it works is when you're logging into the Wi-Fi, it asks if you want the faster Wi-Fi. And if you do, you click on it and it charges your shipboard account and then your Wi-Fi goes faster. I did that on the last 2 cruises. So, and I needed to do that to make it. But you know what? The last time that we were on Holland America was last year. And so we'll just kind of see how the Wi-Fi goes. I needed it then to be able to make Wi-Fi phone calls, but maybe you don't now. And so I know that Wi-Fi is always changing a little bit and hopefully getting faster all the time. So. Yeah.
Thomas says,
Palermo. Thanks, Thomas. It was in Sicily. She is in Sicily.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Hey, me. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Let's see, whatever their questions. Oh, Chris says we froze on his end. Did we freeze on anybody else's?
I've been watching it here. I saw.
Oh, Buttons and Beggs says on the Majestic, they announced soon to be in dry dock, removing the Asian signs and menus. Unfortunately, also the Hollywood Conservatory, I believe.
Oh,
So I don't know everything that's happening to the Hollywood Conservatory. She does go. The Majestic goes into dry dock in March of 2025. And the Harmony restaurant's going to go away. And I think that I'll tell you tomorrow because they're rearranging restaurants. I think that the Catch by Rudy is going to go down where Harmony is. And then the Crown Grill is going to go where the Catch
make
is.
it part of your video.
But I know that
Yeah.
the noodles place is going away. Yeah. Okay, Majestic. Okay.
I like that noodles thing, but I really miss the pizza too.
Okay. So thanks for saying that. I appreciate you saying that. Well, hi there, Lori. It's so good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She's wishing Gordon a happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Well,
Oh,
hope you're
so
doing
Lori
well.
and her husband live in Tampa. And so their home, what they didn't lose with Helene, Milton took the rest. And so they are starting at the ground again and building a home, starting over, like they're having to do sheetrock and just go through everything. And so keep them in your thoughts and prayers. They are in my thoughts and prayers. So been thinking, I think Lori, you and Tim, a lot of from you is because I know you personally. Well, I haven't met them in person, but I've had the pleasure to talk with her on the phone quite a bit. And it helps me keep remembering all the people in Florida while everybody rushes on and forgets, and all the people in North Carolina that have lost everything. And so just know you're not forgotten. Okay? No, you're not forgotten. Let's see. What's the price difference on the packages for Hal? So Holly, usually, like I said, you know what? I'd have to look. I'll tell you how much it costs to upgrade. Are you talking about like between the Signature and the Elite Beverage package and the faster Wi-Fi? I'll look and see. I don't have that memorized. So I'm writing this down. Price difference. I can talk about it tomorrow. Price difference to upgrade on how for the packages.
I like what Linda talked about here.
Hey, Linda. Nice
She
to
likes
see
the
you.
free laundry. And so she made a goal not to even do self laundry. And she didn't. She took advantage of the
Good
free
for
laundry
you.
with her.
And she
status.
likes the Wi-Fi. You know what? See? And that to me is perfect. Everybody takes
Yeah.
it and makes it work for them.
Yeah.
Because we're on vacation.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks for saying that, Linda. Let's see.
Mark and Melanie here.
Hey, there's Mark and Melanie are here. Hi, Mark and Melanie.
Isn't this them?
No.
Oh, that's it. Sorry. Mark Easton.
Mark and Melanie, if you are
They're
listening.
Evans. Yeah.
Nice to see you. Mark Easton,
Easton.
just clarifying. How much is the basic habit or package?
Have
And
it
how
all.
long? Have it all package. And how long do you expect the promotion to last? I'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll look and see if there's an end date. The tricky thing is sometimes, the end date comes and they're like, Princess, they roll it over and keep it going. And sometimes it just ends. So I'll see what I can find out. The end date.
It's always tricky with those.
Or
Last week
have
I
it
made the
all.
mistake of expecting a cell phone promotion to last, and the next day it was gone. But then 2 days later it showed back up.
So you know what? When I was looking, when I booked us, it was still $350 a day. No, $350 a person for the week. So basically $50 a day. It's just when they run their promo, they do that because they want to get you to book. So they throw in the gratuities, which to me makes it that much more worth it because having the gratuities covered is a big deal. So I like that. So Lori says that their first cruise was on Holland America Cider Dam really in 2004 for their first anniversary.
And it was only 2 years old. Wow.
Wow. That's really exciting. And I like you went for your anniversary, your very first anniversary. Yeah, we should have been more fun, honey.
We got there. We're here. We're making up for it. Are we?
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. Let's see. Did I miss any questions?
Here's a question about the emerald.
Oh, Kevin just said it took at least a week. Okay, for the Emerald. Oh, we're going on the Emerald next May to the European capitals. Are you really? Oh, is it possible to disembark one stop early? Southampton is the disembark port. You know what? You have to get permission, and you need to do it before you go. I know that you can disembark early in France, though, because when we just did it on the Regal Princess, a lot of people disembarked early in France. So yes, you can just get permission before you go. I guess you could. I don't know if you can get permission on the ship. I don't know. I just know that it's best to arrange it before you go. But I'm sure that would be okay. Yeah, just ask. Call Princess and set that up. Ellen says poutine in Quebec. Poutine. Nice to have you here, Lee. It's really good to see you. Let's see.
Lee's here.
So we have Lee. I won't say anybody's last name. We have 2 Lees here. So it's good to have you both here. They came with us on the Love Boat Cruise, which, by the way, the Love Boat Cruise is just almost only a year away. So I was trying to think of what else might be fun to do on the next Love Boat Cruise that we hadn't done on the first Love Boat Cruise, because, every time you're supposed to get better at it. So let me know if anybody has some fun suggestions for what we should be thinking about with the Love Boat 2025. It's kind of fun. We have like the Love Boat 2025, Eclipse 2026.
Yeah.
It's just really exciting. And by the way, Linda, you are in Maui. Lucky you. I am so glad. I'm happy for you that you get to be there. So let's see. Did you ever post a group picture? I don't know, Gordon, did you?
We haven't determined which one to post.
We'll get him out and we'll determine.
Yeah, we need to sit down and
Sorry, you're
talk
not
about
the only one that asks. So we're probably going to have to post them all, because we put people there on the stairway, and some of them were a little bit hard to see.
Yeah.
And that gentleman was so nice to go take our picture, if all of you remember that. And we should just pop them all up there for everybody to see. And then you can find yourself in the pictures as best you can.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out a better way to do that as well. So we'll figure that out. What else do I want to tell you?
I've seen Don did one where he stood up and everybody else is down below. He took the picture, and they're all on the floor of the piazza rather than on the stairs.
Do you know why they do that? It's because it's like $500 for Princess to take the picture.
Yes.
And I'm not joking. It's
Yes.
$500. That's a lot. So
we just all need to get a good friend to take our picture.
Yeah, we need to get
Which we had last time. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if he's ever around, but he always shows up on the Love Boat Cruises, and he dresses up. And
He'll be there.
Yeah. I am sure he'll be there. So we'll have to keep our eye out for him and everything as we go. Does anybody have any questions before we go? I was trying to think if there was anything else urgent to tell you, other than if you want to come in 2026 on that cruise, you should come. You should come, especially if you don't want to hop across the pond and go somewhere in Europe. This is a really good chance for us to go and have a really nice time. Vow renewal on Love Boat 2025. Oh, Bruce, I am sure there will. To me, the only question is going to be how they do it.
Yeah.
Because in 2022, it was, the huge group just standing in the piazza. This time was just a few comparatively people.
Which initially they said 40, but they jumped it up to 60 or something.
Which was great. I'm glad they did. But I know that there were a lot of people that wanted to do it. And so I think that's going to be really important. We should talk about it a lot so Princess knows that a lot of people want to do that. Yeah. A lot of people want to do that. And there's no sense to disappoint anyone on the ship. No sense to that at all. And the captain did a really good job. It turned out to be a special day, and it was really nice. So, but it's really sweet when people share their experience that they were standing at the edge, that they didn't get to do it on the floor of the piazza. So they just stood there to the side and did their own vow renewal along with when they were saying the words, which is just as special. And so, they need to figure out a way and let everybody do it. So that's fun. Let's see. Tammy says, when you book on Holland, as soon as the new cruises are posted, they upgrade your Wi-Fi to premium and your drink package to elite. Crew appreciation, $100. Oh, so Tammy, they gave you the premium Wi-Fi, because when I was reading, it just said the basic. Thank you. Yeah. That'd be great to have premium Wi-Fi. Thanks. That's awesome. Maybe where I was reading, you just missed the Wi-Fi thing. Thank you. That makes it even more
Yeah.
worthwhile. So thank you, sweetie pie. Let's see. Linda had more problems pre-cruise getting things done and some problems the first week on the ship with Princess. But by the second, things were working better. I'm really glad. She would go on the Sun again or the Star. See, I like that. And I have cruised on Princess long enough that if I went on one cruise and I was just displeased with it, I would try again. I would really try again. That wouldn't make me think I'm never going on that ship again, or I'm not going on that cruise line again. And I haven't met a cruise line that I wouldn't go on again yet. Even Carnival, like I really enjoyed last year on the Celebration. It was like better than I expected. People, and I think it depends on the ship. It depends on the length of the cruise and all these things, just like any other cruise line. But Carnival wasn't bad.
No.
I would go on Carnival again. So, yeah, thanks. Let's see. Thomas Reiser sent an email about the Star Princess inaugural. We'll look for that. Let's see. So, Michael, Princess has not released the special event. He is wondering how much the special event package is on the Love Boat Cruise for 2025. This last time, it was $450. And so you got to go to the special, like the dinner. They actually turned the main dining room into the venue for the dinner with everyone that had signed up for that package, and the cast from the TV show. They were there. So you got that. You got a cocktail party. You got to go. You had reserved seating for their events that they had in the theater with the cast talking, but everybody else could go to that as well. And they had overflow like in the Vista Lounge and up on Movies Under the Stars because they knew so many people would want to listen. And you got a signed photo. You got a T-shirt. Anything else? If I've forgotten, Lee, tell me. But that's what you got for your $450, but they've not announced it yet. And I remember that they announced it just before we got in June. At the beginning of June is when Princess announced it for the Love Boat Cruise that was at the end of August. And so I think we still have a while before they announce that. So we'll just kind of see. Maybe they're getting faster at it. So Michael, when it's time to book that, once they announce it, you can either call Princess and book it yourself, or if you have a travel agent, they can just add it to your booking, and it actually just becomes another line item on the cost of your cruise. And so you just pay for it when you pay for your cruise. If they announced it after final payment date, then just when we add it, then that's when you pay for it. So, and like when you got on board the ship, two things happened with that Love Boat package when everyone was getting on the ship. Some people reported that when they got to their cabin, everything that you were supposed to receive, the schedule of events of everything you were supposed to attend was right on your bed. Some people's did not show up until that night after they had already missed, after they had missed the cocktail party with the cast members because they didn't even know it was going on. Mm-hmm. So that was on the first day, like at 6 o'clock up. Did they have it in the sanctuary? I can't remember where they had it because we didn't go. But anyway, we will all know to keep better track this next time. I'll know to tell you if you book the package that if when you get to your cabin, your stuff's not on the bed, to tear down to guest services so you don't miss anything. Yeah. So, thank you. Oh, thank you, Lee. She reminded me. Thank you, sweetheart. You get a special mug, a Love Boat mug, and you get a lanyard, which was kind of cool. Those lanyards were cool. All the things were cool. Yeah. And so it just depends on your budget, what you're going to do. So, it was really fun. And everybody that did it, nobody told me that they wished they hadn't done it. Yeah. So everybody seemed to really enjoy it. So that's really happy. Don't forget. Thanks for coming, you guys. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Give us a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. There it is. And we'll see you again tomorrow. So I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.